So what we're going to do now is what I call a modified candle flame exercise, basically without the candle. We can do this really easily by just using a hand and putting the hand about 2 inches away from the mouth. So the first part of the exercise is that you sing a song. Let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. And so as I'm allowing that sound to sort of push through me, as we did in the first exercise, what I'm feeling is a pulse of air hit my hand on every single attack, every single what we call onset. As I articulate it, boom, boom, I'm hearing and feeling air hit my hand. If you've been having breathing issues to begin with, and you just sing a song with your hand right here, you could notice quite a lot of air hitting your hand, or almost like a column of air, a feeling of a sort of steady flow hitting your hand. Then the plosives and the fricatives and the consonants that are more aggressive, you will feel a pulse on the hand. All right, now, after you've sung whatever song you're singing, and again, this is one of those exercises you can just keep trying with different songs, because you'll discover what you're physically doing by what you're feeling hit the hand. Now, after you've sung a portion of a song and you're kind of aware of this, we're going to try this 2 ways. The first way is I'm just going to have you keep your hand here and think to yourself, I'm not going to pulse air at my hand. I'm going to actually try to control my air. So you let's start at the very beginning. And to a great degree, just that alone will modify the amount of air that's hitting my hand. But we can take it a step farther. Especially once you've gotten used to practicing the point of suspension. All right, this is where the real magic is. So when we do that surprise inaudible breath, release, do it again. Notice that I'm pulling myself again into that alignment. One more time. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to pull into this surprise position, hold the hand here, and hold our position internally. So we're going to sing the entire phrase held in position in the back of the mouth. It's going to feel like that backward stretch. It's going to be stabilized, and it's going to feel really weird inside your head. It's going to feel really weird. It feels really fake. Feels like I can't move. What am I doing? It's like, it doesn't hurt and there's no tension. If there's a tightness to it, you could be being too aggressive. So you don't have to be aggressive, but you do have to be thorough. All right, I'm wide open. All right, now I'm going to hold my hand here and I'm going to hold my wall, if you will, that internal wall back. Now let's see what happens. Let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. And the only time I felt air on my hand was on the P of place. So what happens is as that wall starts actually doing its job and the pharyngeal mechanism starts holding the energy back, then suddenly that pharyngeal wall holding back is controlling the air that's coming across the folds. This is where this work gets really cool. So suddenly there's not a lot of air leaving the instrument. It's not like nothing's leaving the instrument, because there will be a leakage of air, if you will, every time you articulate. But you're not losing air at the level that you were before. And you might even feel a dramatic thing where you're like, wow, I have a lot more air than I have usually had when I've sung that phrase. And that is also going to be a side effect of this, all right? Again, there's 2 ways to try this. One is you put your hand here. Well, You start with putting your hand here and just sing as usual and notice what you notice. The second step is to put your hand here and try not to hit the hand with air. And then the third step is you have your hand here and you pull backwards into this open point of suspension position and you start to sing, and you notice what happens with the air is you start to feel even less air escaping the instrument. All right, so this starts to take us into this consciousness called inhalare la voce, to inhale the voice. We're going to actually stabilize the mechanism so that as it's holding still, the voice is activating the resonators, activating the expansion of sound, activating the ring without any forward thrust or collapse. All right, so work with this for a little while and do this on any song that you are playing around with. This will be an eye-opener for you as to what's actually happening inside you and outside you.